to give you an update on weather and traffic here in just a matter of minutes, but it's Friday, and that means we also like to head over to the Wood Harbor Kitchen to talk to Wini Moranville about some great food. Have a look.
Welcome back. Wini Moranville, of course, is here with me in the Wood Harbor Kitchen. And Wini, what are we cooking up today that smells so good?
I am going to show you something. It's a French recipe that has 2 ingredients.
Oh, this is for me.
And it's going to really switch up your cooking life, I think. So basically, it's called Persillade. Can you say that with me?
Persillade.
Persillade. I put a graphic up that shows how to pronounce it.
Okay.
So you can see it's Persillade. Okay. I mean,
it's like those French have a different word for everything.
I know, exactly. So Persillade. It's basically a parsley garlic blend.
Okay.
That's all there is to it. You know, you put parsley on a lot of things and you put garlic on a lot of things, but put them together and it's just more than the sum of its parts.
Well, and what I've learned working with you too is that there's, you know, you think parsley, okay, it's the stuff that they throw on the plate in the restaurant. There's more than one kind of parsley, and they have, it appears vastly different flavors to me anyway.
Absolutely. You know, people often ask me, which do you like, the flat leaf parsley, which is also called Italian parsley, or the curly? Okay. Now, you know, cooks, you know, sort of serious cooks always say, oh, flat leaf, you know, it has more flavor, it's a little more intense, it's a little more deep. I say curly works too. They both do this thing where they just bring a jolt of freshness, and what dish can't use that, right?
I mean, I can even smell it just standing here.
And people think parsley is just kind of like a garnish, but truly, to me, if the color green had a smell, this is what it would be. To me, it's just that vibrant, fresh, spring, happy flavor, and I love it.
Sure.
But I always say if the flat leaf looks best at the market, buy the flat leaf. If the curly leaf looks best at the market, buy the curly leaf.
Sure.
Just buy whichever's freshest best.
Sure.
Better turn that down a bit. So anyway, basically all you do is just chop away. You take I'm using a little of both.
You're much better at that than I am.
Oh yeah, you know, I mean, after a while, you watch a few cooking shows, you're like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. And then you just start doing it, huh? You want to try it?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I've only lost a couple fingers trying this out, so you can see how bad I am.
Well, that's the idea, you know, and then you just start getting faster and faster at it. Yeah.
Oh, it smells so good, too.
Yeah. It's
okay,
great.
Garlic.
Yep, and then the garlic, same thing. I've peeled it. I've started it chopped just a little bit, and then you just continue to chop it with the parsley. Just kind of go wild. Get it pretty fine, because you don't, you know, it doesn't completely cook. It's not a long simmering thing. Okay. So you want to make sure that you've got, you know, got it into pretty small pieces. Otherwise, people are going to be like, there's a sting.
There's a huge chunk of garlic,
yeah, right.
Well, and then you get more surface area, you get more of the flavor out. And,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Well, you know all about cooking, don't you?
Yeah.
That's great. You cook a lot, Jason?
Not as much as I'd like, but I think as the kids get older, I'll do more.
Yeah. I've always found it such a relaxing way to end the day. So, all right. So, you know, I would keep going here and going and going and going till it's pretty finely minced. But since we don't have as much time as I'd like, I'm just going to say
time or T-H-Y-M-E?
I'm just going to say we're just about done there. So what do you do with it? Okay. You can do so many things with Persillade, and that's what I think the magic of this is. You know, you can keep it in your fridge for a few days. French cooks freeze it, which is kind of interesting. So if you're going to use it in a cooked application, you can freeze it. But if you're going to use it fresh, like for example, you could throw it on a little tomatoes. I wouldn't use frozen in this case, just there. And then for me, this would be just a nice bright tomato salad with a little bit of olive oil and throw on a little vinegar, salt, and pepper. And you know what? You basically have a great little salad. Yeah. And what let's face it, this is winter right now, and winter tomatoes aren't the best. Right. So this just adds a ton of flavor to the best tomatoes you can buy right now are grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. For some reason, those always have more flavor than the other ones. Okay. And so if you're really hankering for something bright to serve with like a roast or something else that's, you know, roast chicken or something. I love serving this with roast chicken. That's good to know. It's really bright, fresh flavor, and you know, and this just makes those winter tomatoes taste that much better. So that's great. But my all-time favorite way of it is my French green beans, which basically the French do. If you've ever wondered why French do such great work with green beans, they steam them or boil them first, and then they saute them a little bit. And then throw the Persillade in there.
Okay.
And then just cook them just a little bit until you start to smell the fragrance of the garlic and the parsley. Don't do it more than that, because frankly you don't want to burn that garlic. It takes all the freshness and flavor out of it.
And you won't want to wilt the parsley, I would think, too much either.
Not too much. Yeah.
Right.
Now, can you smell that?
Oh yeah.
See, and that's
I have
when
a terrible sense of smell, and I can smell it.
That's when you want to take it off. And these Le Creuset braziers, which I love, they retain heat a long time, so you kind of have to take it off and make sure you're not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, you're not on there too long.
especially-
Otherwise, you know, this would be brown in a few minutes, few seconds. So this is the best way to cook green beans ever. I love it. All right. The other thing I do is, like, you know, you've got a roast or you've got stew or you've got something and you need to starch with it. And everybody's done parsley noodles, but Persillade noodles are so much better. You know, you put a bunch of that in there. Again, you want to just cook it and add a little butter. I've already put the butter and a little bit of olive oil just for a little moisture.
Okay, both.
Both. I use a little both because I don't want to use too much butter, you know,
Right.
the saturated fat thing.
Right.
But I do want it rich, so I kind of cheat and put a little olive oil too. So add that, and then again, just until the garlic starts to wilt and have a little fragrance to it.
Okay.
No longer. And you know, it just cooks a little bit, and that's it. You know, and you know, that I actually, for this, I would probably just add tons.
Just go ahead.
You know, I just go all in, because you know, you want it pretty, and you know, you want to add a lot, and it just makes it a more special dish.
Hard.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah, it's easy.
If you can chop, you can do it.
Yeah.
And then I also, this is classic, you know, roast potatoes or boiled potatoes, either one. Just put the Persillade on it. Again, right after you've drained it, right before, you know, you're going to serve it, throw the Persillade in the pan with a little butter or olive oil or both. Stir it up and serve it, and then you've got parsley. Everybody's had parsley potatoes, but Persillade potatoes are better because it's got that garlic edge.
And it smells like spring in here. It really does. You know, it smells like someone just cut the hay or something, or cut the grass. It's got a really springy.
That is exactly why I love parsley. It just has this amazing spring fresh flavor, and it just brings it to everything. And the French know how to use it. And they never use it as a garnish. They cook with it.
They cook with it.
I recommend everybody else does that too.
It seems like it's really flexible.
Yeah.
You use it in a lot of things. Well, thank you.
Well, yeah.
Thank you so much. And as always, I love working with you. Now, we've got more coming up as Great Day continues. Stay tuned.